Hi everyone. For this nail set I use a nail tip, a natural nail tip, and I guess this is my way to save time if I am going to decorate on top of the nail, like 3D or nail polish, decoration. Everything that I'm doing in this set, I knew it was going to take me a long time, so that's why I go the express way with a very simple nail set underneath. The gold mix that you see me using here is very easy to make. It was just regular gold glitter with acrylic. If you want to do it yourself and you don't know how, just always keep in mind that you have to have more acrylic in a mix than glitters. Otherwise, in my opinion, it builds a very weak nail. Next, I'm using a black acrylic and it has all kinds of color glitters inside. You can't tell really. I just decided to use it at the end. You can't really tell because I built this big cross on top of it, but that's what I use. I guess I could have used just a plain black. And then next I'm using the beige that I prepare myself also. At the end of the video I have a how to make it if you would like to know. And then here I'm starting to file the nail in a V shape. This is something that I said in my other video in Spanish and I'm saying it now. I should have decided what kind of shape I wanted from the beginning. That way I wouldn't spend so much time filing. But anyway, here it is finished. Now I'm going to start decorating. I used that pyramid rhinestone that I found at my local nail supply in my pinky. And some little aqua rhinestones also. Then I'm going to start the cross. I use a round rhinestone in the middle. You see it right there. But if you have one of those tear shape rhinestones, I don't know how they're called in English really, but I think it's like a pear shape. It's better because the Egyptian cross kind of looks like that, like a pear shape on top. The cross is going to be flat at the beginning. That's how I do it, so I can lay the rhinestones. It's kind of like my way to keep track of where am I putting the rhinestones and the acrylic next, and also to give it a background in case. So I just put little same color aqua rhinestones, and next I'm going to give it a texture. I want it to look like a relic, like an old gold cross. You can see better in a second when I focus the camera better, the detail of what I'm doing. For the texture, I lay the acrylic when it's almost setting. Okay, you can still manage it. And I just start poking little holes in it. And then I push and mark. You can tell right there. I push and mark every single little hole. It is a very microscopic detail to do in the nails, and probably nobody can see it. I like to do it and I enjoy looking at my nails when they're done like that detail. For example, for the pictures, I couldn't get the camera to capture very well the details. Okay, the side lines, when I usually see pictures of Egyptians, I see these lines always on the sides, okay? So I try to remake that on my own way, of course using the tones that I wanted for my nail set. After I make all my mess, I always clean with acetone and a tiny little brush that I keep next to me. Every time I work with nail polishes, I have to keep next to me acetone and a little brush. So I make a mess. I'm not very good at nail polish. The rest is very simple. It's just lines and then the Eye of Horus or the old Sinai. I couldn't miss that in a Egyptian set. And the fake hieroglyphics that I did at the end in the other nail. Thank you so much for watching. This is it. The set is done almost. And thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your support, your comments that I do read. I might not answer all the time, but I do read all my comments. And this actually was a petition to translate this video, and I will keep translating videos up on request. And even though my English, like I always say, is not that great, but I will keep trying my best. Don't forget, if you want to watch how to make the beige mix, it will be at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching again, and until next time. Bye! finish acrylic is very simple. All you need is yellow acrylic, brown acrylic, and white acrylic. Okay, if you want to use pigment, it's up to you, but I do know that it's less. You have to use less because it's more concentrated. My measuring spoon, it is a half tablespoon, so it's a total of 1 tablespoon of white acrylic. With the cuticle pusher, I measure the next one, and it's 1 cuticle full of brown and half of yellow. I do see that it's not very intense, so I double the amounts, and it's gonna be another full cuticle pusher of brown and another half of yellow. And then I just mix it very well, and that's the tone that I actually like. That was all the acrylic that I used, and it was enough, like 30 grams or so. It's enough for me for a big while. If you don't like the tone, you can also go darker or go lighter by adding or taking color out of it. I'm going to show you the ratio that I feel is going to work for all of you guys. Kind of use that in my head. And no, you do not need the mortar and pestle. It was a gift for me, and I've been doing this. I use them, but really, if the acrylic is not injected from the beginning, it's never going to be a virgin color acrylic. Okay, so I use 80% white, 15% brown, and 5% yellow. No matter how much you want to make, if you want to make enough for selling or just enough for yourself, use these ratios, and I know that you will accomplish